Hello, darling. I'm in a different good mood today. And I would like to say to you, hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. This is Felicia. And yeah, welcome back to who was here. Welcome to the new ones as well. And today I would like to talk, of course, about myself. Because what is there else to talk about? So I just decided from out of the blue to make the 10 interesting facts about myself. If you want, you're welcome to hear them. If you're not, whatever. Alright, so my name pronunciation, I would say that I'm Felicia, and I've been Felicia for the past 4 years since I moved to UK. British people usually prefer to call me Felicia, and I don't really like that. I prefer Felicia. Like Felicia Snoop Pierce, like Snoop from The Wire, that badass little chick. Her name is Felicia as well, so I kind of like that. And it's spelled in the same way. So I don't know why on different continents they pronounce it differently in the same language. Wonders of the world I would never discover. And in actuality, it is pronounced the way that everyone that I grew up with pronounced it Felicia. So it's Felicia. It's not Sia, it's not Shia, it's Chia at the end. Weirdly enough. But I don't mind being Felicia. It's more English spoken way, and since we're talking in this language here, then why not? The next one is I'm married. Yeah, there is my wedding ring. I wear it on my right hand because this is how we wear it from where I come from. I'm raised to be an Orthodox Christian, though I'm not that big of a believer in anything. Mostly agnostic. I don't doubt anything. I mean, believe in what you want. I don't care. Maybe there is something there. I always doubt, but I never deny. But this is not about my religion. This is about that I got married when I was 22. Not because I was married off. Not because I was pregnant. I don't have any kids. Thanks God. I just met the person that I wanted to be with. And I'm still happy with this person. And this month is gonna be 4 years since we're married, and kind of surprised, amazed, I don't know. I've been with this person for 6 years and a half, and I don't want to get rid of him. I just don't. I like living with this person, I love him, and I guess I wish to everyone to have someone that they want to be with. And to be fair, I never thought I was going to get married at 22. I always thought of not doing it until I'm 25, definitely. But I thought it was going to be typical, like get married, have kids. But to be fair, I'm 26. I'm going to be 27 in August, and don't get that feeling. I don't know, it felt so amazing to me when I was like, I don't know, 20, 21 or shit like that, but now I'm kind of, I might postpone it for another 5 years. I don't know. There's just so much to do, so much interesting things, and that's such a big commitment, and I mean, you actually have to want to do it, but this discussion is not about it either. So next fact is that I speak 3 languages. Yeah. 3, which are neither of the languages that said the number 3 in, but actually it's about English, obviously. It's not my first language, because for me it's like my first language and the rest of the languages that I speak, because English is not, I can't say it's a second or a third language, because I know it as well as the other one. So, first language is Romanian. I am from Moldova, so I was born raised to speak Romanian. My both parents speak Romanian, and there you go. The national language of the country is Romanian, so obviously I do. Because of the post-Soviet influence, I also speak Russian. When I talk, I kind of feel I say all the A's, but when I edit, I'm like, wait a minute, I said A thing, A child, where is the A? But sometimes, I don't know why, but I'm doing them silently. It's just the way, the manner of my speech. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me why. The next fact about myself is that I am from a family of 3 children, and I am the only girl, and I am the youngest one, so I was the most spoiled brat in my family. Yeah, I was a spoiled little brat because I was the only girl, and I was so kind of cherished and protected, but I don't know until what age that went on, because I felt like a piece of shit after I went to school. I don't know, high school kind of gotten better, especially in the last year, because we were the oldest class in school, and I was alright with my classmates. But the rest of it, I just wanna take those memories out of my head, pour gas on them and lit them on fire. And to be fair, I didn't make the most smartest decision, but what do you want from a rebel 16, 14, 15-year-old? Apart from that, I have 2 brothers, older ones, of course, obviously, I guess. One of them still lives with my parents in Moldova, the other one lives in the States. He's moved there for more than 10 years ago. With the one that lives with my parents, we have a 4-year difference between us. He liked to point out that he's older and he knows better, but I don't think that's the case anymore. Though I think I'm being mean right now, but I still love him because he's my brother. And the other guy, he's around 11 years older than me. Jesus Christ! And he moved there when I was 11 myself, so he was quite young. Neither of them are married, so I'm the youngest and the only one that tied the knot. Funny enough, isn't it? Hey ho. I mean, you know, you don't live to get married, you live to enjoy life. And if you didn't find the person that you want to enjoy your life with yet, you shouldn't just take any random person, because you need to stay true to yourself. The next interesting fact is that both of my parents are physicists. My mom was a physics teacher. She has a master's in physics, and my dad has a PhD, has a doctor's degree, a PhD and a doctor's degree in theoretical physics. He worked at the Science Academy as well, at Moldova, of course. But he doesn't do that anymore. He works with something else. He had to drop that off when the Soviet Union dispersed and dissolved, so because no one saw it coming. But life and the world changes in unexpected ways, and I guess the current situation would talk for itself. So it is what it is. The worst part was that most of my physics teachers at school knew who my parents were, and I always needed to hold up the standard and always do my homework, because I wasn't supposed to embarrass my parents. But I don't regret it, and it's an actual very interesting science, has a lot of common sense, has a bit of mathematics, but nothing that you cannot solve with a calculator. And every time I see a movie based on some scientists or shit like that, I have kind of a special relationship with science itself, because I always grew up in this environment, and my parents would often talk about science stuff, about scientists themselves, about their biographies and shit like that. So it was always an interesting topic for myself, and it's near and dear to my heart. So that's why, for example, I like the film Aeronauts, because it's about a scientific progression. So it's something inspiring like that, and I always admire these pioneers, because usually if I had any problems at any of my science homework, my mom was the one that I would go and ask for help, and she would tell me about it with so much enthusiasm that, to be honest, it just gives me a bit of nostalgia vibes. The next one is that although I come from these intellectually, scientifically driven people, I myself did not go on that path. I decided I'm a more free and artistic spirit. And I've mentioned this before in a video that I wanted to go and study photography, but instead I couldn't, because they weren't placing any students for the year that right after I finished school, for the photography oriented courses at the Arts Academy. And instead I decided, well, I kind of like to write, and where else is photography used in? And that is mass media. And I have a degree in journalism. I should have went for communications and PR better, but I thought I was gonna be the right hero, or fuck knows. But no one cares about the truth. Everyone likes to believe in lies, and everything is bought. And that's why I don't watch TV, people. And I don't like to watch the news, and every time I watch the news I got pissed off and I just turn it off, because you ain't gonna feed me that bullshit, people. And I am not in that position of power to actually be the one to say no, that's not true, because who am I? Who am I? Because to be fair, when you turn on and see all of that and read all of those things, I just kind of got disappointed that, because the goal of it is an absolute objectivity, which is a utopia in itself. Absolute objectivity doesn't exist, because we will never know the absolute truth. And that is why it contradicts with the deontology, the root cause of telling a story. Not that you're not allowed to express your opinion, but you're there to tell a story and not an opinion. And you cannot tell a story from only one point of view.
That I will consult only one source. But just because everything will go through my point of view after consulting several sources, how much I wouldn't want it to sound like an opinion, but it will still go through the prism of my point of view and how I see the story, and I will tell it still from a point of view, which is non-objective at all.
Because that is not deontologically correct. And to be fair, I'm not a person that runs after sensationalism, politics. I hate politics. I'm a totally non-political person. I have my own beliefs and stuff like that, but I would never impose them to you. I'm totally apolitical, and I prefer to stay like this over here. And here I am the worst public speaker in all of history, because if you put me in front of 100 people, I would not know what to say. Even if I will write a speech, I would still not know what to say. I'm just a nervous hot mess and wreck. And you would think that, look at me talking over here, but dude, this is just a freaking camera in front of me. There's no one actually here. That's the comfort of it. And apart from that, it's just the magic of editing. I have the qualification of practicing journalism, but I think this whole idea of it is a complete bullshit, because you need to actually have a sponsor to do legit stuff, and you need to know legit people. And to be fair, it's not easy. And considering the fact that I've moved to a completely foreign country, I don't know, they have their own rules and their own ways of doing it. I was taught in a different way. But as I said about the anthology and the whole idea of it being a good topic, I prefer not to be involved in any way you would turn it. It will always be a political thing, because that's what's been going on in the history since modern ages until contemporary ones, because that's all it was. It's politics, bloodshed and war, and only the victorious write the history. So who knows? Maybe it was one way, maybe it was the other. Let's not talk this shit, cause I'm here to talk about myself. Alright, another interesting fact. I am born on the 27th of August. The 27th of August, oddly enough, and ironically, interestingly, is on the same date as the Independence Day of my home country, Moldova. So, bonus Jonas, there's always bank holiday on my birthday, but the only downside is that I don't live there anymore. The interesting fact is that there is always a parade or a freaking massive concert on my birthday, and a lot of people go out and celebrate the Independence Day, whatever that might mean and whatever that might be. But I will not speak politics and will remain a politically neutral person. And as you know, the 27th of August, that's end of August, so accordingly I am a Virgo. I am a Virgo, believe it or not. Speaking of Virgos, you wanna see like my zodiac picks, my makeup, I don't know. It's an outdated challenge, but hey, I'm late already, what's gonna be the harm? And I don't know if that would be something interesting, but I'm not the tallest, but I'm not the shortest person. I am 5.45 feet. 5.45 or 5.5 if you estimate it, kind of like that. So I'm not the tallest person, but I'm not the shortest person, so I'm kind of a medium height for a generic woman, kind of like that. I am taller than my mom, and I'm happy that my husband is still taller than me when I rock these motherfuckers. I'm a conventionally medium height female, if you would say so.
And the last interesting fact about myself was supposed to be included in the fucking post-production. Well, the last fact about myself actually is that I'm kind of a poet. Mostly I write in Iranian, in my first language. I do try my talent a bit in English, so because it's not my first language, don't be too angry with me if I attempted at something and I'm not perfect, of course. Mistress of the night, oh that burns so very bright. Of what I've seen, nothing was alike, nothing like a burn so bright.
If that was interesting to yourself. And that is it. Those are the 10 facts about myself. If you were so much interested or not at all in hearing this, but if you were here with me, then thank you very much. And if you want more, please do like, subscribe, and check out my Instagram page in the link below of the description box. Have a nice day, and I was happy to see ya.